Well, this feels a little awkward, but welcome everybody, my name's Minion, and this is my forever world. So before we get into the official Let's Play here of my forever world, I have to do a little bit of explaining because clearly this kinda isn't episode 1. This is actually the first video here on the Minion LP channel, because if you guys don't know me, my main channel is Minion Gaming and it focuses more on seed content. And I really just wanted a place to get away from seed content and start making more Let's Play and generalized Minecraft content. So yeah, there's about 9 videos over on the Minion Gaming channel where you guys can go and take a look at that, but we're gonna start episode 0 with a world tour. And there is one other thing we need to understand, that this world was originally shared by one of my friends named Clanic. And with time restrictions and the way Minecraft keeps updating, we actually decided just to make it a single player world, so he has a copy of it and I have a copy of it. And we will be taking a look at what he did in this video, and that will be staying there for the end of time because yeah, it's a forever world, but it was at one point shared. So we'll actually do this world tour kind of in chronological order where I built stuff. And this feels kind of funny because this is where Clanic and I first set up shop, and you can still see kind of the remnants of where we were. It's just a mumbled up mess, and eventually we will have to take care of this. But this was not Spawn. Spawn's over there somewhere, but this is where we set up shop originally. And that leads me to one of my original builds, and it's actually this house here. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm not a great builder, but this series and this world was meant to actually improve on that, and I hope it shows as we travel through my base here. But this was the original starter base, and it was built to have this right here, which is actually a sorting room that I'm currently moving out of, and you guys will get to see that here in a little bit. But I'm moving out of this right here, but it was just a basic little storage room for us to build in. I guess build in isn't the right word, it's more live out of, and it's so basic, it's not even funny, but it got the job done. And then one of my favorite builds to date came into play, which was the villager trading hall, and actually, that might have come first. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the iron farm came first, but we're here. We're going to go into this first anyway, because we have this beautiful hallway that Clanic helped me put together and design out because he was helping me improve in building, but 90% of it was mine, 10% was kind of him coming in and giving me ideas, and then all of this was me. I absolutely love my villager trading hall. And the thing is, I kinda... What? What are you doing? What is this guy even looking for? I didn't even realize one was free out here. He's just kinda stuck here. Okay, that's kind of random. But this was the first time I ever made an attempt at building with the non-gray tones and adding the purple ceiling and everything like that, and then I used some tricks to make the villagers not need blocks above them. And it's not the world's biggest villager trading hall. By no means does it have every single trade, but it definitely does what I need it to do for this world because, like I said in my short, mega farms are kinda, unnecessary for a world like this. And I think I'm messing up the order because I've completely forgot about a build that's way in this direction. Let's head out there. But first, I need a rocket refuel. Let's go in and get... Okay, let's go get some rockets because there's no way I'm making it there and back. And as it actually renders in, I may have actually built this before the original starter base, but it was a basic mob farm that I tried to pretty up, and it's built completely out of birchwood. Birchwood and stone slabs. That's literally the only thing here, but this served its purpose really well. You can see this is just a makeshift kind of storage area, and it's where I get all my mob drops, obviously, and we kind of moved out of this area because it's set up to be able to be switched. These clouds are really annoying. Well, that's a little better. It's set up to be able to be switched over to XP mode and just death mode, so this is where we got our original form of XP. So definitely at this point in time, we have a little bit of a starter base and an XP farm, and then the biggest hurdle, iron. We needed an iron farm, and this is what I came up with. Now there is a video tutorial like somewhere where it's like building a beautiful iron farm, and that's where I got the original concept from, but I changed it up and built it to match more of my style. Now, This thing has actually been a headache from the day I put it in because it doesn't represent anything. Everything in this village is something. We have like a cool tower, which we'll get to, but it's just kind of like, I don't know what this is. So if you have any idea what this is, let me know in the comments below. But then you may have noticed that the iron farm's actually sucking the iron columns down into the river. One of my favorite features of this. I actually extended this river to make that happen, but the iron golems get sucked down into there, and that's because there's a little secret entrance over here to this most beautiful cave ever. Now, this is another my design helped out by Clanic, but you can definitely see the improvements of where I'm going with things here. So if we wander in, we have probably one of my favorite caves I've ever built before. I dug this out by hand. It's not originally a cave, and little bridge over here where, we're turning the poppies pointlessly into bone meal, but it is doing it. And then we have the most insane amount of iron that I just don't need. I don't think I'll ever use this much, and the farm's still chugging away like normal. And then honestly, I was gonna go in chronological order, but there is another build we have to get to, but we're just gonna start with the ones that are in this area because we have whatever this is. It's a really cool, interesting looking tower that I wanted to get out of my comfort zone to build, add layering, and do everything I needed like that. And it was designed out to be a sugarcane bamboo farm, and that's exactly what it ended up being. But it was supposed to be above us, and it just wasn't enough room to build the proper sugarcane farm. So it ended up going down, and now it's, a few layers of sugarcane, few layers of bamboo, but it collects way more than I've ever needed to really use. The bamboo I use primarily for crafting, and this is a lot of wood to need to go through. And then sugarcane, obviously, it's just for rockets, and I don't need this much sugarcane. I'll never need this much sugarcane. It's ridiculous. So this thing works very well. Very happy we added it to the world. And yeah, this thing's... I always use the wrong door, even though I left it open. This thing's a permanent feature here on the world. And I guess we'll touch on it. The Nether isn't anything fancy, but we do have a little boat highway leading to literally the only build that's a few thousand blocks away. So I'm gonna take the time just to boat over there. I can't wait to get cushions in this world and redo this with a cushion path. I'm so excited for that. You guys need to stick around. Hit subscribe because it's gonna be really cool. And then as we travel through this portal, we're actually gonna end up at my witch farm, and this was one of the most difficult builds I've ever had to do because I wanted to go out of my comfort zone again and build a different shape. And if we take a look, it's kind of like a fat back. It just didn't work, man. It honestly was not the best idea, and it took way longer than it should have, but it does look good now, and I'm super pleased with it. And yeah, this is a fully functioning witch farm where if we just kind of drop down here and then down another layer, because we definitely have to come back and add a decent sorting room for this, or storage room. But it produced way more, whatever this stuff is, glowstone, it does do that too, redstone than we really needed. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a simple little side project I had a great time building. And since I don't have a bed, I'm gonna slap on Fulbright so we can go over to the absolute worst build. Clanic actually got a shulker from the end into the overworld, and then we moved it thousands of blocks away over to this area where we have just a basic shulker farm that works beautifully. We get so many shulker shells from it that now that it's a single player world, even if it wasn't a single player world, when we shared this with Clanic, it definitely did the job. And that basically sums up the faraway area and 90% of the builds in this world. So I'll show you the one that we're currently working on and what episode 1 will kind of snap into play, because it was originally started to be recorded, I guess, on my other channel. So let's go take a look at that quick. And if anybody's wondering, yes, this is marginally faster than just flying. It's maybe 4 seconds quicker, but it feels better to do this. I feel like I'm traveling faster. And that leads me to my current build, where we're building the Forever World storage room. And this thing is absolutely insane. And I'm spoiling it because it's actually going to be episode 1. So stick around. We're gonna build this in episode 1, so definitely hit subscribe if you want to see more of that. I have no idea why I spoiled it, but I did. And now, just so we'll touch on what Clannad did, he built this little statue here because he was procrastinating, and I love the look of it, so it's definitely sticking around, but his main base was actually over here, and the plan was to link it up and everything, but again, with time constraints and everything going on in real life, it just kind of made more sense to bring it into a single player, but we do have a path all the way over, and this mountain is fully custom built. He completely decimated the landscape, built this mountain and this house on top. So this right here is the Clannad Memorial. We're not going to touch this. It's going to stay right the way it is, and this is just going to be when we shared this world. It's a little monument, and I'm definitely stealing all these items. All of this is going into the storage room. Don't worry. We're just gonna fix up the base so it looks, well, I guess there's really not much to do. It's just kind of like clear out the items and make it not livable. So yeah, it's just a Clannad memorial. And that being said, this feels super awkward because we are switching channels. We're coming over to the Minion LP channel because, again, I want a place where making Let's Plays is the primary focus and it's not making seed videos. So if you guys did enjoy and want to see more of, well, my voice and everything that's going to happen within this world, be sure to hit the subscribe button because it's a big risk for me starting a new channel. It's actually kind of terrifying. So anyway, guys, I think this is going to be episode 0, and honestly, it's going to be a quick and dirty little world tour. So stick around for episode 1, and I hope this kind of clears the air of where everything comes from. So anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy, like I said, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys. Oh, wait! Clannad actually mapped out the area first. Forgot this was here. Super cool. Don't want that skeleton to wreck it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.